Hello everyone, I'm glad you can join me out here in the beauty of my backyard, and just want to share my thoughts about last night's Andy Devine chat with David Noakes and Neelu Berry. I mean, the last two Andy Devine broadcasts, show, whatever you want to call them, not really show, it's real life. The Andy Devine, what he's broadcasting is better than anything out there on TV at the moment, because it's real life. We had a taste of that last night. We had live information about what's happening to Linda. Please excuse me for not knowing specifically what her saying name is. I expect we've all got a penchant for forgetting names. At that moment in time, we need that name most readily, and it seems to be at this time, that moment is for me. What a beautiful place this is. What a beautiful, beautiful place. Those wind turbines at the back of us, littering our skyline. We could have Moai tidal energy all around there. Yeah, that's where one day I want my island to be, out there. So, go back to Andy Devine's broadcast and the real life drama of Linda's, what's happening to her. And of course, what can only be described as the assassination attempt to her. It would have been Wednesday night, wasn't it? When Neelu went to the help of this stranded woman, Linda, girlfriend of David Noakes, who had been persecuted for publicising and promoting the cure for cancer, which lies at the heart of the reason why we're doing what we're doing, by getting rid of the Queen and the evil machinations of her evil state. Last night's broadcast, it was real. It's nothing like you'll see on TV. Absolutely nothing. No way. That was too. It was just. I was just blown away. Andy's doing such a fine job in changing the world for the better. He really is a shining example to all of us to get in front of the camera and start telling it as it is, telling our own truths. My mother used to tell me there is no truth, only facts and lies, and that's something which Andy Devine touches on, the correctness of life, being correct at all times, relying on facts. I'm taking it on board, or I have taken it on board. So not only have we got the drama, the whistleblowers being persecuted, MI5, 6, the dark elements which our Queen speaks about publicly, turning up at Neelu's door 11:45 at night, pretending to be ambulance women, other secret surveillance vehicles parking out all night. This is the reality of Great Britain, and this is the reality that's only being shown on the Andy Devine's broadcasts. They're not shows, they're real life. And we had a taste of that over the last couple of episodes of Andy's live feeds. We now know what's going on with John. We know it from both ends. We know John's bank account, John 10 I'm speaking about now. We haven't even touched upon John Patterson. There's so much going on in the world and in the nation at the moment. So touching briefly on John Mahona, where his pension's been stopped, and yet we can see evidence on the Hoxted Satanic Cruise website where they're boasting about it. They're publicly displaying their glee in having reported John pension. It's just absolutely vindictively bullshit and just illegal and criminal what's happening to John Mahona. Same again with John Patterson. It was an electrifying court case on the 13th of June in London, in which the gallery was packed, and John had to explain or stand up to a corrupt system, defending himself for doing something which is legal to do anyway. But as the judges pointed out in the proceedings, it's okay that it's done, but we don't want you doing it. We don't want you, the people, doing it. We can do it. We can do it quite freely, and we can give permission to whatever we decide we're happy to do. It's no big deal. Recording court proceedings. They're public events. They're recorded anyway. But because John Patterson done it. What? John Patterson? That peaceful warrior? That all-round good guy doing his best to expose the corruption in this country. He cannot do it. Let's get him in court and send him down. Same was happening to Linda, David Noakes. Linda, the stress of this is killing her. She's already collapsed, as we found out in last night's broadcast. This is live and this is real. And Annie Devine is blazing a trail here. And I'm just super excited about what I watched last night and what I watched the previous night, when he just done the most fantastic broadcast, explaining everything, bringing the whole situation in the world today perfectly together and understandable. But not only that, he was giving the solution. He says, this is the answer, and it's right there in the palm of my hands. Wow. It really is. It really was a beautiful thing to watch. And I tell you now for a fact, Andy Devine is the best thing on media. And I mean that across TV, YouTube, and where else you can ever find them. Just the fact that he's being attacked with such ferocity is testimony enough to what he's achieving and what we're all achieving. We've all got a part to play in this, and as I've got my part, as I know everybody else has. And it was absolutely wonderful to make new friends on the 13th of June when I was up in London supporting John. I met David Ellis, Tony Livingston, Frank McAl, and Bryn Real. Wonderful people, kindred spirits and brothers who themselves met through the movement. So what's happening now, what Andy is doing, promoting John Mahona, with creating something special, something amazing, something that we can all be a part of and benefit from. So we're benefiting from a new world order, our bloody world, our orders. That's what it is, yeah. We've got our own new world order to bring about, and it's our orders. Okay? And figurehead hit this, taking over the trust fund, because we have to do it for the money, do it legally, so it cannot be taken back off. And we're doing that through John Mahona as a surrogate King William IV monarch. So it takes a monarch to depose a monarch. John has explained this all. And remember, this is John's last affidavit now. He's not going to do any more. He's already sacked the Queen from the trust. He's already sacked her as the monarch. But he's doing one more time. And this time, as in all the other times the world was watching, but this time, even more people are watching. And it's wondrous. It really is the best thing in the whole damn world. I'm so chuffed I'm being a part of it. I've been a part of it for a few years now. And John has been gracious enough to allow me to be the leader of the UK Moai King William IV party. And that's the title I'm holding on to. And I'm not going to let go. So, yeah, here we are. Can you see that lovely view I'm at? I'm going to spend a lovely day with my kids. Have a nice long walk along the British coastline to the New Haven forts, whereupon we're going to slip into New Haven, have something to eat, and then bus it back. And I'll say goodbye to having a wonderful day with my kids. And then tomorrow, everything's going to be done in good time, in God's time. I've got to publish what happened inside the court, what happened inside John Patterson's groundbreaking court. Well, I can tell you now, he smashed it. And I was there taking continuous notes, continuous, whatever word it is, okay? You know, I'm not privately educated. I've got a good enough vocabulary. So I was taking notes all through that. I've got it all down, all the quotes. No, I was not recording in a bloody court of law, where I didn't need to. It was already being recorded and all readily available to the public. So God knows why. Well, I know why. Because the establishment don't want you to do what they do with impunity. No, they can do it with impunity. But you can't do it with impunity. You're just a dirty, bloody member of the public. Hey, sheep. Sheep, what do you think? You see them well done? Yeah, really, really thrilling times now. We're really kind of approaching the end game. It's quite funny watching all the King's Bench retractors mumbling and stumbling, trying to kind of. In fact, you know, this whole infighting is pretty naff, really. But hey, we're all human and we're all being brainwashed to behave like this. And that's something I like watching. Todd Church, guy from America, he explains it much better, in a much more relaxed and informative way than I could ever hope to. Look, you know, we mustn't blame each other for this. We're all being brainwashed to do this. We've all been conditioned to hate what we don't understand and fear. I'm just much to blame as anybody else. Okay? But ultimately, it's about setting a good example for our children. And that means not lying to them. How are we going to set the good example to our children when we continue the lie to be nurtured, to continue and live? That's not going to help us at all. Not in the slightest. Right, so what do you want to know? You want to know, when is it going to happen and how is it going to affect you? Well, the simple answer to that is it's happening now and it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life for the better. You're going to love it. What are you going to do? You're going to love it. Yeah, you are. You're going to absolutely freaking love it. I'm loving it. And it's coming about. And this is how it works, visualization. Whatever you can believe, whatever you conceive, it's the ABC in reverse. Whatever you conceive and believe, you can achieve. And that's what John has done. John has conceived a new world order in which it's clean energy, fiat-free money economy, new technologies, zero carbon emitting technologies. We have got everything we need to succeed. And our success is coming about moment by moment. And it's thrilling. It really is thrilling. Aren't the colours of life so vibrant and beautiful? As are we all. The vibrancy of humanity, manhood, woman, uniqueness in us all makes us all collectively freaking awesome. So, if you haven't heard about this King's Bench before, if you haven't heard about John Mahona or watched Andy Devine on TV, not TV, well you can be on TV, I've watched all my YouTube via TV now, we're taking over, it's lovely. And I tell you, what you see on TV is fake bullshit. You've got to get real on YouTube with Andy Devine. That's the real shit you should be watching. When I say shit, I don't mean it in a Hoxted shit, I mean it in a sick shit. Turning it all around, people. Turning it all around. And it's just about time we did, really. About fucking time. Let's not congratulate us that we're doing this. We don't need congratulations. This is the start of it now. And it's long overdue. It's about time we did. Okay? Why? Why is it about time we did? Because kids are fucking dying because we're not. And we didn't. That's our shame we have to take on ourselves. The deaths that have occurred while we were diddling about, picking our bum, wondering what the fuck is going on, who to trust, and which way to turn. Okay? Bish bam bomb, a child dead a minute. Due to our inaction, our incompetence of getting around the complexities of what is facing us as a society. But don't be too hard on ourselves, on yourself. I'm one of you as much as you're one of me. We've been brainwashed to do this. We've been conditioned over generations. Okay, our parents and their parents were subjected to this same brainwashing program. This MK Ultra for the citizen type program called TV. Okay? Telly, lie. And that's all it is. So if you haven't heard of Finchley Road, of the Hampstead case, of John Patterson, Andy Devine, John Mahona, Guerrilla Democracy News, Mr.X investigations, all kinds of people out there. Too many to name. Just walking down country lane. I like that. There's too many to name. Walking down a country lane. That's good. Time check. 11:30. All in good time. Good time is God's time. Who are we with? We're with good. We're with God. That's what. Okay. Thanks ever so much. How long we're on? We'll sign it off on 20 minutes. I just want to say, come back another day. Tune in tomorrow for your Sunday edition of Guerrilla Democracy News. It's the news that the mainstream daren't report. But we've got a packed Sunday Guerrilla Democracy News edition going over what's happened with John Patterson inside the court. So I'll be blowing a lid on what was said inside the court. We'll also be blowing a lid on what's happened to David Noakes and Linda. What's happened with Nilu. Of course, we'll have a latest update from John Mahona in New Zealand. Bye for now. Thank you for watching. Until another time.